Hi, Dean.
Hi, Nicole.
Welcome to Civil Twilight 12. This is the last of the weekly Civil Twilights. It seems like its moment to do it every week has passed a little. We had a beautiful sunset, and then we had some thunder and lightning, but there's not lightning right now, so I am happy about that because I can still stand in the pond. I'm grateful to be able to do this on the traditional territory of the Tagish-Kwan people, where the Kwanlin-Dun First Nation and the Ta'an-Kwachan Council govern. And I'm grateful that they do. I'm grateful for all the years of activism that is behind those self-governments and all the work that people put in and continue to put in to make that happen. So tonight's collective poem isn't exactly collective. I have two pieces, but they sort of float in their own spaces. But I hope you'll enjoy them anyway. I have a piece by Bernie Bauberger in Peterborough and by Noah Marnick in Whitehorse. From Bernie, down in Peterborough, the sweet whispering wind in the huge maples creates a kaleidoscope of light dancing everywhere. And from Noah, on the subject of tomatoes, they are Satan's food. They're a pile of goblin goo. Nope, excuse me. I'll begin again. They are Satan's food. They're a pile of goblin poo, little red hell balls. Noah apparently does not care for tomatoes. So I want to thank all the contributors who have contributed to these 12 Civil Twilights. So, Mary Sloan of Whitehorse, Susan Walton of Marsh Lake, Leslie Leong of Whitehorse, Erin Parker of Peterborough, Ontario, Linda Leon of Whitehorse, Chris Kavanagh of Toronto, Will Powell of Whitehorse, Janice Swales of Whitehorse, Laurie Beavis in Montreal, Casey Lee of the Yukon, currently in Ottawa, Heather Leduc in Whitehorse, Jason Saunders in Saitama, Japan, and his son Simon Saunders, as interpreted by Jason, also in Japan, Lynn Beavis in North Vancouver, Andrea Pedler in Whitehorse, Doug Rutherford in Whitehorse, KJ Monroe, who's a respected haiku poet in Whitehorse, Taliesin Kavanagh Windstorm in Toronto, Laurie Schrader, erstwhile of the Yukon, now living in Edmonton, Dominic Hardy of Montreal, wrote from lockdown in Paris, Laurie Beavis wrote from Montreal, Lynn Beavis from North Vancouver, Brenda Barazan from Whitehorse, Sarah Megan Haddock from Whitehorse, Alex McKay, also Whitehorse, Michael Duguay from Kingston, Kim Beggs and Elaine Sheeman of Whitehorse, as well as Claire Gallagher and Al Cushing, and Jacob Zimmer, all of Whitehorse, and also Helen Dobrolowski from Hillcrest, my neighborhood in Whitehorse. Anonymous also contributed, and so did I. Now, for the first 11 Civil Twilights, I recited a poem mostly from memory, or if not entirely from memory, still to a great extent from memory. But tonight I'm going to talk about something else. I'm going to talk about a person. And I don't remember where I read about her. But she used to hunt grouse here. And when they put up my neighborhood, which I love to live in, Hillcrest, my lovely little home, all of this, it was soldiers that built the houses. And this all became military area. And she came here to hunt grouse like she'd always done. And they told her to go away. And she didn't believe them. Like, this is where she always hunted grouse. And when she came back, they threatened her with guns and ran her off with guns and said, "You can't hunt grouse here anymore." And I think of her. I think of her in the fall when I hear the whoomp, 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 whoomp of the grouse wings. And I think of her other times too. My friends who see me doing this from Ontario or Quebec, they've used the word wilderness. And this isn't quite the wilderness. I can hear the airport from here. And all these hills, they were made by bulldozers, by those soldiers. I don't know what to do with the violence that's part of the systems that I inhabit and benefit from. But I think of that woman, and I do what I can when I can figure it out. But you know, we can also make other systems. Like this tiny little thing that we've done here, the Civil Twilight things, that's another little system. Now this isn't a great big building kind of a system, it's more like a tent. And for tonight, I'm folding it up until occasion calls it back out again. Nakunuchishin. Sakanukaje. Take care of yourselves. Thanks.